Tonight, another storm is soaking San Diego after a wet and windy start to the day. We got a little break in between the two storms, but right now that rain is coming down hard once again. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Jesse Pagan. The storm we saw this morning brought flooding and closures near the Tijuana River Valley. Tonight, yet another system is affecting ranchers in the South Bay. We've got team coverage. Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis is tracking the storm as it moves, but we start with CBS 8's Regina Yurita. She's live on Saturn Road in San Isidro, which is blocked off tonight. Regina?
Yeah, Marcella and Jesse, this roadway is used by ranchers who usually pass through with their livestock and produce. Right now, you can see it is completely flooded. That water looks to be more than knee deep. There's also a strong current pulling that water, making it dangerous and impossible for anyone trying to cross. Ranchers are now concerned about how they will have to move their animals out of flooded areas. As San Diego endures its 12th atmospheric river, neighborhoods near the Tijuana River region are once again flooded.
Oh my goodness, the water has been very deep.
And with heavy downpour causing extreme flooding, it's already causing some trouble for ranchers and their animals.
It's extremely deep. It's hard to get around on trail, and even some of the streets are getting quite washed out, and like the actual asphalt gets washed away by the flooding and the rainwater.
Amanda Nunamora, who works at Eggers Ranch, says families have had to move animals to a ranch like Eggers where flooding doesn't affect them.
This ranch in particular, we've taken in other horses from other ranches at times. The ones farther down the street get hit a lot harder by the waters. It's just a little bit lower down there. We're a little bit uphill.
Road closure signs could be seen on Saturn Road and Hollister Street, where we encountered flooding on both roads. Some drivers ignored the warnings and tried to drive through the flooded areas. CAL FIRE says one vehicle got stuck and needed to be pulled out.
Fast moving water, anywhere from 6 inches to 12 inches, can move a car. And if it can move a car, it could probably move a person a lot easier down the water.
And not just a person, it could even pull down livestock if the situation gets that dire. And rising waters like these are not the only problem. The damaged sewage pipeline south of Tijuana also continues to contaminate the nearby coast with raw sewage. And ranchers say this year's record-breaking rain has made the situation even worse. Reporting near the Tijuana River Valley, I'm Regina Yurita. I'm going to send it back to you, Jesse.
All right, Regina, thank you. Meantime, this is what the San Diego River looked like around 6 this evening, just behind Fashion Valley Mall in Mission Valley. This is near the intersection of Fashion Valley Road and Avenida del Rio. You can see a Jeep right there braving the running water right there and trying to make it through. Thankfully, he did make it through. Now, of course, we know several spots around the area flood like this with heavy rain, but let's give you some context on that. This graph is from the National Weather Service. This shows the river's levels. Today, it peaked at 9.64 feet, as you can see right there, around 3 p.m. today. That's called the action stage. Forecasters expected it to hit 11.3 feet overnight, right on the cusp of the minor flooding stage. Now, for reference, moderate flooding, which is going to be this red bar right here, that starts at 13.5 feet. Major flooding is 16.5 feet. Right now, that river is at 8.6 feet, around there. About 7:15 tonight is when that measurement was taken, and that is where the river stands tonight. As you can see, it started to go up, but it did come back down ahead of that forecasted 11.3. Now, of course, Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis has been following all of this tonight. We'll get to her in just a second, but first, we want to let you know that you can share your photos and videos with us from your neighborhood on the air so we can get them out there. Just download the CBS 8 app and use the Near Me feature to upload all of that. Carlene?
That's right, Jesse. Yeah, we're talking about the flood stage when it does come to the San Diego River, and we did have a flood warning that was issued by the National Weather Service, but those flood waters are going to recede, and that's going to carry us into tomorrow. So that warning has been canceled by the National Weather Service, as well as the one that was issued for the Santa Margarita River. Now, you are looking at some rain that started to roll in over the last 3 hours, and when we take a look at the current radar, you are seeing we have a downpour here in Kearny Mesa. Also seeing a few of those near Fallbrook as well as near Santee, and also talking about some snow that's going to be taking place in the mountains as we go into tonight through tomorrow. So we are still under a flood watch, and you are seeing that basically from the coast all the way towards the mountains. And this is broken up into two factors. So we had the atmospheric river that moved through earlier today. That's when we had the strongest wind gusts. We were also talking about the heavy rainfall, and that was a pretty lengthy duration of that. that. But now we're talking about an area of low pressure. Now, the dip in the jet stream steered that atmospheric river in our direction, but the low is what's closing in on us now, and that's what's driving down that snow level. So that's why we're talking about snow in our mountains, colder temperatures by tomorrow, and also some gusty winds. So now we're getting into the second half of this, and we're talking about the area of low pressure closing in, and more details on that snow and the timing of everything coming up. Marcella.
Thanks, Carlene. And as Jesse just said, you can upload your photos and videos to the app, and you can also get the latest weather alerts right on your phone by downloading our free CBS 8 app on the App Store or on Google Play.